We are joined once again here on Play It Right TV, one of the top pole vaulters in the world, ready to get back on track and be number one, not just in Asia, but in the world. Welcome again, EJ Obiena, joining us from Italy.
Hi
Hey,
po, hi.
EJ. Kinita
Hi,
and I love to
EJ.
talk to you, and well, you're in a different situation now, so should be a better
Happily.
interview.
A little bit
Yeah,
light-hearted, huh?
well, first of all, welcome, EJ, and welcome all of our viewers because this is going to be a very exciting and wholesome episode because we have a lot of good news to share
Good
with you.
news, yay!
Play It Right TV will get you the best news and the good news as well. Kanya, kayo po mga nanonood, don't forget to like and subscribe. Play It Right TV and hit that notification bell button so you get updates on anything and everything that we have for you. Okay, since we've got EJ Obiena, the world's number 5 pole vaulter, with us, let me ask the first
Number
question.
six na, number six. He moved
Number
down
6
one.
naman. Okay.
Unfortunately,
Yeah,
because
well,
he
that's
missed the
because it's
World
in a game.
Championships. Pero babawi
Yeah, like
yan
two
soon.
points, 2 points.
2 points, 2 points.
Yeah.
Babawi yan because, 5 and 6. Ano yun?
That's
Anyway,
the
my
same.
first question to EJ is, well, the good news is tapos na yung mediation. We've got a settlement. You've now been endorsed by PATAFA to the Southeast Asian Games and the World Athletics Championships in Eugene, Oregon in July. This good news, this piece of good news, EJ, how much of a burden has been lifted off your shoulders?
Well, now I feel great. I feel, finally I'm back to what I need to be doing, what I'm supposed to be doing.
Training.
Exactly, exactly. So, masaya po. I feel a little bit excited. I need to find that a little bit of hunger again and just recalibrate, my emotions and that post. How do you say that? Like a soldier who went to war. Sometimes you still have that instances. You need to kind of just go back and, hey, we're back to normal. There's no whatsoever now. Focus on what I need to do.
EJ, a follow-up question. During the time of the mediation, nakatulog ka ba ng mahimbing?
I mean, I can sleep. I mean, it's a matter of how deep it is. I guess, yeah. I mean, I can sleep. I got my rest. I wouldn't say it was the best sleep of my life, of course, but yeah. I mean, it was not an easy task to. If that's the question.
Mhm.
Hindi po ano eh, hindi, kumbaga, there are decisions that I don't think I normally take. So yeah, I needed to really grow as a human being.
Okay.
So you described the last 5 months as if like you've been through a war. You've been to a war. You just said that earlier. So that's not a good feeling to be in. You're always feeling nervous or whatever, tense, right? So what now that it's finally you finally have the green light, you can represent the country again, you can get back to training. How different is it in terms of your day-to-day outlook? Like when you get up in the morning, when you go to the track and you start your practice with Vitaly, I mean, do you have an extra oomph on your step? How different do you feel? Like, especially when you're going to training. And were you able to train at all? I mean, the difference of your training before having, to, like you said, think about all the meetings that you had to go to and now.
I see. I think first I think it's a lack of better word to say, like, it's like a war, but I can't really compare it. I've never been in a war, but then that's how it felt. It felt like every single
Mhm.
day, I'm being attacked or I'm attacked, like this kind of thing. Um, well, during that period, priority were in track and field, and priority were in training, and my perspective with training is an escape. It was an escape to whatever is happening to me. That's how I put it. That's how my psychologist helped me put my perspective into it. So, I enjoy pole vaulting probably more than before, and I've been motivated so much because the more I stay in the track, the less I need to worry about what's happening outside. So that's
Mm.
how I approached it during those period. But if you're asking about quality of training, of course, it's not the same because I get sleepless nights. I go to training late because I have a meeting here. I need to talk to my lawyers. I need to talk to these accountants, and it wasn't
So,
something that I would wish to my worst enemy.
so it wasn't really like a quality train, like you were going to training and just use those 2 or 3 hours to get your mind off the real
Yeah,
issue, ganun ba? So it wasn't really like
yeah,
focus. You didn't have really that focus like on your form or your jumps and all that. And then when you get off your training, parang bumabalik na naman yung burden of like, oh, what I have to do and what I have to say,
yeah,
ganon.
yeah. Um, I think as an athlete and fellow, you understand it when you go to training. Normally, when you're happy, you play well. But
Mm,
then
yeah.
sometimes, you just need to kind of channel that emotion in some shape or form. At that time for me, I just needed to just cancel them out and just, hey, this is my 2 or 3 hours that I would not think about what's happening outside. Try to enjoy this. I love pole vaulting, so it wasn't something that I needed to how do you say, like, kumbaga
Force
isubsob ko
yourself, or
yung,
it wasn't
yeah,
hard.
exactly, yeah, it wasn't something that I was forcing myself. It was more, yeah, I love what I'm doing and I'm just gonna focus on this. I'm gonna work on my craft. Nothing else, nothing else. That's the solid 3 hours that I turn off my phone. I don't answer phone calls. I don't deal with anything outside. It's me and my coach in the pit and my pole. That's it.
Pero now
EJ,
it's different na.
yeah. Nung natapos ng mediation, tapos na yung settlement, sino yung unang-unang tinawagan mo to say the good news?
Vitaly, actually. I didn't call him. I went to the track. Yeah, I just went there. I was supposed to be in training at that time, but then the mediation got extended a little bit longer than it normally is or it should be. Yeah, so I stayed, and then I knew Vitaly was on the track. I went to the track, and I just said it's done, and he was like, "Okay, then go back to training." He just tried to just, yeah, but then after the training, he went and asked, what exactly happened, and how's it done, like. So yeah, it's it's how do you say, finally.
A relief. Wait, I wanted to make Sing it a quick question. Did you ever really think that, I don't know how many mediation sessions you went through, but did you ever think that it would be resolved, or was there a time that you thought like it wouldn't, that there wouldn't be a good ending?
I think I had that in every session. I think I felt like this is not ending.
Mm,
I just felt that, that there's like this block, that there's like this deadlock, like what everyone was quote unquote quoting the mediation being a deadlock. Like, I just felt that. But inside that mediation, there's a deadlock, but there's a lot of things happening on the outside, which I believe should be considered as well. And for me at that point, I just realized that, and for the bigger and the betterment of sport, what it is to actually move on. And yeah, that was a
move on.
deep,
Yeah.
heart deep thought that I needed to kind of weigh myself. And as I said, I love competing for the Philippines, and I'm proud to be a Filipino athlete. And I said it out loud, I owe the country. So what does that mean for me? And that's one of the pivoting point for me in my head to actually do what I did.
Congressman Bambol Tolentino, the president of the POC, told me something. He said, you took one for the team. You apologized, EJ, not knowing exactly what you apologized for, but that I thought was a genuine gesture of humility and
Mm-hmm.
sportsmanship. can you tell us more about that decision of yours to apologize? Because to this day, I still don't know what you apologized for.
In a conflict, in any conflict, in any relationship, in any kind of just action, I think when there's a conflict, both parties are aggravated and both parties have gets hurt, and it's nothing that one or the other actually wanted it, and it's not a difficult thing to apologize, at least for me, to apologize for something that I truly believe I did. And there are times in our life that we just need to look at the bigger picture and be humble enough. And as Chairman Ramirez, humility played a big role to see that in this conflict I did play a role, and the feelings got hurt, and that's something that I truly am sorry about, because I think I had a lot of how do you say this, maling a perspective. My tunnel vision, it was so small.
Mm.
um, I didn't realize what I've been doing and what I have caused as well, probably on my side of things. And I do apologize for that, and I really am genuinely sorry for it.
Yeah. E- EJ,
Spoken
if
like
go ahead.
spoken like a very humble person. Thank you for that, EJ. Diane, please.
Yeah, no, I mean we're happy that it came to a to this resolution and you can move on and you did learn a lot of things, right? Um,
Yeah.
if there was one thing that you learned, what would it be that you think you can um, that will make you better from here?
Jeez. Life is not a single thing. It's not a linear path. It's diverse, and there's so many things going on that sometimes you forget your relationship, you forget something, and it's good to be focused. But I think at the same time, we need to be, at the end of the day, we still need to be human. We still need our balance. I think that's something that I learned. Also, giving people benefit of the doubt definitely is something that is very important. And really being, I don't even know what is the word to say into this. It's just like really looking at the bigger picture and the generality of. I
Mm-hmm.
sound like a, I sound like a preacher or something, but it is, just looking at the bigger picture of what's happening. And there are times just to call it quits.
Have you talked to Caroline about it?
Yeah, yeah. I think I woke her up one time very early. I had mediation quite early, and I was staying in Berlin, and she was just like, "Oh, can you move to the other room?" Yeah, she's happy. She's doing good now.
We're so
And what are
happy.
your what are your new goals now with
Um,
Vitaly now that you're you're gonna get back and so the Sea Games is you're gonna be your first competition from now?
I'm still not sure. I haven't checked. I need to start looking into it. I think we're planning to still do like a couple before, just to polish my competitive skill going into the outdoor season. Goals the same, jump 6 meters. I know I can do it. Just need to find my way now, my groove back, and the right motivation, and hopefully, you know, the positive emotions lead to a positive outcome as well.
Well, we're so excited about the Sea Games. And as you said, there will be probably a couple of competitions before that. But then from the Sea Games, you will be jumping over to the World Athletics Championships. There's going to
Yeah.
be a gap there. That's May to July. So there will be more competitions for you in between. Then there's going to be the Asian Games. It's going to be a full packed schedule for you, EJ. And I wonder if during that whole time, will there be a chance for you to come back to Manila, visit your parents, and see your old friends like us?
My plan, if I could choose it,
Uh-huh.
I would actually want to go back home. But as you said, the season is packed. I think the last
Mm.
competition will be Asian Games. So
Yep.
it's already in Asia. I'm hoping COVID would not do anything anymore, and I'll be able to go back home and finally, visit my family, treat them a little bit, have fun with them, enjoy, and, really live life. I think I forgot about that part of my life for quite some time, so I need to work on it,
Well, here's an
Well,
open
that's how.
invitation. Diana and I are going to
Yeah,
treat you big time when you come back because we owe
yeah,
you for always obliging us to join Play It Right TV. We're going to take you to the beach. That's for sure. EJ
yeah.
Obiena.
Yeah, I'll bring.
Try to bring Caroline.
If you can bring
I
Caroline,
will.
that would be spectacular.
I will. I need to introduce her.
Yes, yes.
Oi, introduce
EJ,
her.
okay, we've been talking about good news since the start of this program, and we're so excited. Um, I have it from a very good, reliable source, and I can't tell you who, that COA has found no irregularity in your liquidation. Have you heard about this? Because I've had it confirmed from this source of mine. I've already written it on print that COA has found no irregularity. Have you heard about this at all? Not yet.
I just heard it about now, like a few minutes ago.
Okay. But that's unbelievable, EJ. I want to be the one to tell you that number one, the charge of embezzlement is gone because Vitaly Petrov himself said that all the money is accounted for. Number two, nothing is wrong with your liquidation. COA has said it. So those are the two charges of PATAFA. They're all gone. The settlement is over. The
Yeah.
mediation is over. So now we are all in good terms. I think the slate is clean. We're ready to go. We're ready to jump 6 meters. What do you think, EJ? This is a great feeling.
Exactly.
This is a great day.
Timetable.
Yeah, this
Pressure.
is this is time, like as you said, this is a clean slate, and this is me, representing PATAFA as well. We're ready
Yes.
to move forward, and both should be mutually beneficial in this piece. And I think we should just, look ahead and finally settle what needs to be settled, not outside of the track, in the track, and focus on the competition we need to do. So I think I'm happy for that. I'm happy for that development, and I think we just work on it. And looking forward to SEA Games, meeting my teammates, and you know, repping the flag.
Yeah. Well, for the SEA Games, I don't think you're gonna need to jump 6 meters, no, to win the
Why
gold.
not?
No,
Yeah.
what I'm saying is, I
Okay.
mean, you
I'm
don't have to
joking. I'm joking.
necessarily,
Go, go.
you don't have to necessarily, have it by May. I was thinking like you could, I guess I don't know how long it takes to to be able to get those extra centimeters that you need. But
You're
5.93 kasi was your highest, diba? And
yeah,
this
but
Mondo is jumped 6.20 in the World Indoor Championships. That's really
mhm,
unbelievable. Um,
he is on
so,
fire.
yeah,
He
Yeah.
is bringing the event to a level that it's never been on, and I'm just happy. Like I think there was a gap from the generation of Bubka. That was like the prime of pole vaulting years, and I think now again it is a prime
mm,
of pole vaulting years. There's so much high quality pole vaulters, which is I think a bunch of it's a generational thing, I guess. I don't know what. Well, Mondo's definitely out there killing killing it right now, yeah, but it's gonna be fun going outdoors, and I think everybody is seen what he's capable of, and everybody's motivated to keep up, and give him a little bit of a challenge from here and there.
Yeah. Well, EJ, there's another guy who just made 6 meters. Chris Nelson. Am I correct?
Oh yeah,
He just
yeah,
joined.
yes, the American guy, yes, yeah. He's a
So
good friend. Him, we were so congratulated with him, and then he was shocked. Like, so we were competing in Rouen, and then I said like 591. We made it. I made it. Then I was just like, yeah, I'm tired, man. I'm gonna go six. And he looked at me. It's like, are you sure? It's like, yeah, I'm tired. I have three jumps left in my legs, and I'm gonna give it there. So yeah, I think it's gonna be interesting going outdoors, going toe to toe with these guys when I'm finally, prepared, and my mind is just single-handedly again on that path, especially in
Do you
competition.
prefer, sorry, do you prefer indoor or outdoor jumping, EJ? Does it make a difference to you? Do you perform better in either one?
I've always been more of an outdoor guy. I don't know why. My PR, my best indoors back in 2019 was 546. And I was already jumping 580 outdoors, so never
Oh,
been a fan of indoors. But don't get me wrong, indoors are good. They're something that is definitely, the crowd much closer in a small area is it's a different kind of boom. Yeah, but I've always loved outdoors, and I guess I love the sun. In Philippines we don't have indoors, so yeah, I probably grew up to it.
Oh, I need to ask you, EJ. Okay, you're going to be jumping in the Sea Games. After your event, are you going to stay in the Sea Games until the last event? Are you going to be there to cheer your teammates, your other Filipino athletes until the closing ceremony, or will you leave right away? What are your
I
plans?
think that's a call of my coach. At the moment, we haven't planned exactly what, when, and what kind of situation we're gonna go into Sea Games. I
Mhm.
like Miss Leanne said, she was telling about where that increment is gonna be in the right peaking and the right competitions. Of course,
Mhm.
it's a long season. You can't just peak in like a general term. So I think
Mhm.
I'll leave it to my coach. He'll be the one to make the shots and make the calls. Again, as always, I trust him, so I'll just stick to whatever he says. If he says stay there and train there, then good. If he says you need to fly, then okay, I'll do it.
EJ, I'm a big fan of your training routine. I find it so interesting. And Kinito, I'll never forget the one time that EJ and his dad actually made me try the motion of pole vaulting in UST when I still had my
Yeah,
show, I think Sports Unlimited, Sports U. Uh, like the even just the running, the holding the pole vault, the turning and all that, the jumping. I'm curious now for you because there's so many aspects to making a higher jump, right? What do you have like a bigger like? Do you have like? Did you sit down with Vitaly now and say, okay, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this? Is there anything special or different that you're going to be doing to really rev up? Because you mentioned before that you've lost time, you lost like a couple of 5 months, and I know I met him once in the in the Tokyo Olympics, and he's very
yeah.
eager to get you back on track.
Nothing crazy. He just said, we will do the good things that you've been doing and doing it better and doing it great. So we're at that level now that, we need to polish on the technique and of course get back
Polish
on
na
the
lang.
strength. And it's a matter of really, you know, um, how do I explain it? Like in tennis, you need to be hitting your forehand without thinking how to hit that forehand. It's just like it's already paano ba yun?
Natural, like ano, second
Yeah, like
nature na. You
second
don't have
nature.
to think
Like
Exactly.
about it.
instinctive.
Exactly.
Instinctive. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Instinctive is the correct word. Pero there was one time kasi Kinito, I think, I'm not sure if it was you, you showed me like a video of your, I think when you jumped 591, na you
Yeah.
were already sort of, there's a certain like position you need to be,
Yeah.
like you're almost vertical. Is that the
Yeah.
part of your jump that you need to work on? Or is it the run up, the, what is it?
Um,
Or
well, right
everything?
now it's more of a general thing. There's nothing really like a one part of my jump that's really wrong, but there's also not
Mm-hmm.
a one part of my jump that's perfect, unfortunately. So for Vitaly's eye, so I still have a lot to work on, still to polish and really just get that consistency as well. Um, I think moving forward, I just need to work on the generality of the event, just the whole thing, and definitely get my fitness up. Not have that issue like what I had in Ruin and said, I'm out of gas. I need to skip heights and just risk it on the next height. So yeah, working on those.
Well, my last question to you, EJ, is how's your equipment? Are you going to go to Hanoi for the Southeast Asian Games using big poles?
You're right.
Or, I mean, I'm hoping that you won't have the same problems in Tokyo where the poles came in late and your mind was so distracted trying to figure out what poles are coming. What's the situation with your equipment?
Luckily, this indoor actually, I owe Mondo a big thanks. So I got a set, a few poles, not a complete set. There's the missing pieces. His mom actually brought it from the U.S. and brought it in Belgrade,
Wow.
and then I was supposed to be in Belgrade to take it, but then I was not. But luckily, Vitaly's there, so he's the one who took it back here. So I have it. So I should have a complete plus minus complete set going into Vietnam. So I'm quite happy with that, and I just need to be able to bring it from here to there. That should hopefully not gonna be a problem. Knock on wood. Yeah.
But that's wonderful. You mean Mondo purposely gave you those big poles to use?
So no, basically, it's always been an issue of transporting poles, and the manufacturers always, most of them are based in the U.S. Luckily, Mondo's a good friend, and the mom actually just, presented, I'm going to be flying anyway to Belgrade. I could bring your poles. And I was just like, if
Oh,
that
okay.
would be possible, of course, I would more than be thankful. And
That's so
yeah,
nice,
there,
huh?
Yeah.
that's how pole
That's
vault is.
great
That's
to
how we
know.
are with the group. It's very competitive, but they're
Yeah.
very good folks, and I'm
Like one
happy to be
family.
part of these. Yes,
So
exactly.
how many poles will you be bringing to Hanoi in all?
Um, well, should be just 5 or 6, no more.
Okay.
If
Okay.
I'm in good shape, I mean, we're just gonna be going out there doing the same business as always, and 5, 6 poles ready for the competition. Hopefully, good weather. Should be all right.
And
And the
EJ, do
poles
you?
that Coach Vitaly wanted you to use to try to make 6 meters. Because he
Oh
said
yeah,
you needed to
I
keep those big
I
poles.
got it. Yeah, I got
All
it.
right.
I
Yes. All
I
right.
got the poles.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
finally.
What kind of poles are those? More flexibility, more length, or what?
They're just stiffer, actually. A bit stiffer than what I used during the indoors. Yeah.
Oh, is it, and it's different pa from the ones you use in Tokyo.
Yes, they're bigger. Much bigger. Well, not
Ah,
much bigger. Bigger, just
okay. Well,
bigger.
that's
Stiffer.
exciting.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thanks very much, EJ, for your time. It's always a pleasure to talk to you, especially when there's good news in the horizon.
Yes.
And
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm happy with that.
and Diane, I mean, this is
Yeah,
such
we're
an honor.
happy to be talking
Such
to
an
you in
honor.
a better, yeah, we're happy to be talking to you in a better space right now and just talking about moving forward and with taller and better things to come for you, EJ. Kinito and I always wish you the best, and we'll keep in contact and let us know when you jump that six. We hope to be the first to know. Oh no, yeah. If it was in practice, then you might want to tell us. But if it's in
Yeah.
competition, of course, everybody will know.
And don't forget our open invitation. It's going to be a
Oh,
beach
awesome.
vacation for you.
Thank you, Sir Kinito. Thank you, Miss Diane.
Okay, we
Thank
know
you.
you have
Thank
to
you,
get back
EJ.
to training. So thank you for your time again, EJ Obiena. God bless you, more power, and wish you all the best.
Thank
Thanks,
you po.
EJ.
Thank
All
you,
the
Sir
best. All
Kinito.
the
Thank you,
best.
Miss Diane. Have a good evening.
Well, so happy to be talking to EJ in a happier note, and we're looking forward to more positive things from him. You can see Kinito in his face that he's smiling more. Our previous interviews, it was always problematic, of course, understandably. And well, I just really wanna. I mean, I take my hat off to him for doing what he did and for staying on and for still wanting to compete for the Philippines. And I really, really appreciate Coach Vitaly Petrov for sticking it out with him and believing in him. And I really, really hope that he can jump 6 meters soon, because that would make the story even better.
And you can see
Happy
it in our
ending.
faces how happy we are. Diane and I are so happy. We're elated that finally it's over. This problem between PATAFA and EJ. EJ is going to be competing once more for the Philippines without any restrictions, without any banning, without any prohibition. And yes, EJ is going to be carrying the Philippine flag in the Southeast Asian Games. So watch out for that.
I also wanted to say that, for athletes, as you know, Kinito, it's difficult enough to work hard on your sport. Like, it's so difficult to get good, especially when you're already on the top of your game, like EJ is. It's like in the top six, top five of, in the world of pole vault. And you really, to get way up there, you really have to have 100% focus. And, talking about distractions, whether it's an issue with your NSA, or like, like personal distractions, relationships, any distraction is really very, very detrimental to any world class athlete. So they really don't need it. So we are extra happy, and we hope that the problem won't occur anymore. It'll be smooth sailing. Things will be done better. It'll be better, smoother relationships, because it's really better for all. And syempre, ang winner lagi when our athletes win is syempre the Filipino people, bandila ng Pilipinas, all for the love of country. So thank you again for joining us here on Play It Right TV. We hope to bring you more good news from our athletes in the episodes to come.
Yeah, we also have to thank our sponsors for making this show possible.
Oh, yeah.
A6, Molten, all the different brands of Sonac. And we want to thank them for always continuing to support us, and especially all of you viewers for continuing to watch Play It Right TV.
So the website to check out the stuff from A6, Molten, and other brands is our sister group, playitright.com. They have quality products in very reasonable prices. And please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Play It Right TV. Once again, Diane Castillao here with the Dean.
This is Kinito Henson.
See you next time.